Okay, so let's start. I place the background and then shift and control C, then plus control T. Everything blended together. Then I zoom in. Now the next one is blending. Use your blending tool to blend it so it will look more beautiful and more outstanding. So after say that, so I make some adjustments, to make the blending to be very nice and very good, very okay. Still cross-checking. Make the blending again to be more. This time I make the blending on the image, on the stadium image. The first time I made the blending on the white background, but this time I have to readjust and make it on the image itself. Okay, then I zoom out, put the image, zoom in again, to understand what I'm doing. So I click on the image and then hold shift, then click on control shift then plus C to centralize it. So what I did there was I dragged the image down a little bit, then applied a color on it. I select my font. One thing with design is that you don't use fonts that are not that appealing to the eye. Each design, they have their own kind of fonts, and the essence of you choosing a font that is very very readable, so that it can pass your message and give a clarity to your audience. Design is not just you want to design, but it's your audience. So what I did was that I have to make some contrast here, make some contrast by making my fonts to make the color the darker version of the blue, so that you can be able to see it. Okay, and then I highlight my fonts and press enter. Then I increase it. Increase it so that it will have to fit the design. It will have to fit exactly what I'm doing here. Okay. Now for you to centralize your design, what you have to do is click on shift, then hold the object you want to apply on. So what I did there was that in order for me to make the image to come down, I have to hold my fonts and do and shift page down. That was why the image came up. Okay, so I have to draw another blue background here in order for me to highlight it so that it can blend. Sometimes if I want to apply my blend, I do on the image, but I later discovered the easier way by just creating another background and then you highlight the background so that it won't have to give me much stress and much work. So okay, I have to adjust the font here so that it can give me a little balance, because it was a little outside the background which I created. Increase it a little bit. Okay, and then I shifted it up for it to get, let there be a blend. And one thing, if you are blending your background, make it to be more nice and more visible. Do not just say that you want to blend and stuff like that. And I brought out the second image. Do shift page up. So you hold your shift and you see where there is PN something on your your keyboard. You see a page up there. Hold your shift and do page up. Then to the same thing which I did here. Shift page up also. Then make it a white color. Then make some adjustment for you to give me what I want. One thing with design is that you have a message you are passing with your design. So do not just see that I want to design. Still and think. Know what you want to do. Know designs that you want to create. Know what you want to do exactly. So I zoom out for me to know exactly what I'm doing. Okay. So what I did, I draw a cycle and then convert it to bitmap before I get it to be blur. Okay. I have to shift it. I have to shift the second image up a little bit. So I went back to the converted bitmap. I have to went to geisha blur for it to blur it, for me to blur so that it can give that shadow. It's like when you are running and that shadow. So that was what I did there. One thing with design is that you have to zoom in and zoom out for you to see what you are doing. So I did another second blur again so that I didn't want the shadow to be that too much, so that it won't look as if maybe I created it. So I wanted the shadow to be more real. So I have to make it a little bit blur and blurry again. Okay, then I drag my styling, make it a blue color, but this time the darker version of it, so that the design can have contrast. Yeah, contrast can basically come in here. Then position it, zoom in for me to see what I'm doing. Okay, now one thing we design is composition. I zoom out. Okay, zoom in again. Okay, I have to increase the second one so that it will look more profitable. Still making some adjustments for it to look more nicer and more sharper. make some adjustments and drag it to be more full. Then what I did that, in order to make this other one to be at the background, I did Control Shift page down. Okay,